Welcome to Top Rare Coins, your ultimate destination for discovering the hidden treasures of history. On this channel, we explore some of the most fascinating and valuable old coins from the United States. From rare pennies and silver dollars to historic coins worth thousands of dollars. Each piece has a story waiting to be uncovered. Whether you're a collector, a history lover, or just curious about coins you might have lying around, this channel will guide you through the world of rare U.S. coins, helping you valuable finds and learn what makes them so special. Don't forget to subscribe and join us as we uncover the secrets behind America's rarest coins. In the world of coin collecting, sometimes the smallest details create the biggest stories. Today, we're diving into one of the most fascinating and talked about coins among collectors and treasure hunters alike. The 1970 Liberty 1 cent that appears to have no mint mark, a coin that has sparked curiosity, debate, and even headlines claiming values starting from $1.2 million. At first glance, the 1970 Lincoln cent looks completely ordinary. It's a simple copper coin featuring the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Millions of these coins were produced, and most are only worth a few cents today. But within this massive production, a few rare variations have turned everyday pocket change into potential life-changing finds. Let's start with the basics. In 1970, Lincoln cents were produced at multiple U.S. mint facilities, primarily Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Denver typically carry a small D mint mark, while those from San Francisco bear an S. Historically, Philadelphia coins did not always include a mint mark, especially during earlier years, which is why many 1970 pennies without a mint mark are actually normal Philadelphia issues. But here's where things get interesting. Collectors began noticing certain 1970 pennies that didn't fit the usual pattern. Some coins that were expected to have a D mint mark appeared to be missing it entirely. This raised an exciting question. Could these be mint errors? And if so, how rare are they? A mint error occurs when something goes wrong during the coin production process. This could be due to issues with the die, misalignment, or even a missing design element. In the case of the 1970 D penny with no mint mark, one theory suggests that the mint mark was accidentally omitted from the die or was removed due to excessive polishing. If such an error truly occurred, it would make these coins extremely rare and highly desirable among collectors. Now let's address the claim that these coins can be worth $1.2 million or more. That it's important to approach this carefully. While rare coins can indeed sell for extraordinary prices, not every coin with a missing or faint mint mark is automatically valuable. In fact, most 1970 pennies without a mint mark are simply standard Philadelphia coins and are not rare at all. However, certain factors can dramatically increase a coin's value. First is authenticity. A genuine error coin must be verified by professional grading services. These organizations examine the coin under magnification, confirm whether the missing mint mark is a true mint error, and assign a grade based on its condition. Second is condition. Coin grading ranges from heavily worn to nearly perfect. Coins that have been preserved in mint state condition, meaning they show little to no signs of circulation, are significantly more valuable. A rare error coin in pristine condition can command a much higher price than the same coin in poor condition. Third is rarity. Even among error coins, some are more common than others. The fewer examples that exist, the higher the demand tends to be. If a true 1970 D no mint mark error exists in very limited numbers, collectors could be willing to pay substantial amounts to own one. So where does the million-dollar valuation come from? In many cases, such high price claims are based on speculation, online listings, or misunderstandings. While there have been coins that sold for hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, those are typically extremely rare and well-documented examples, often with unique characteristics or historical significance. For the 1970 Liberty 1 cent, verified sales reaching $1.2 million are not widely confirmed in major auction records. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about modern coins in the collecting world, the 1996 Liberty 1 cent with no mint mark. Many people believe this coin could be worth thousands, even millions. But what is the real truth behind this mysterious penny? Let's uncover the facts, the myths, and the real market value of this fascinating coin first. Let's understand what no mint mark actually means if you look closely at a 1996 Lincoln penny and you don't see a small letter like D or S under the date, that does not mean it's an error. It simply means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. In fact, Philadelphia coins traditionally did not carry a mint mark for pennies during that period, so right away, one of the biggest misconceptions is cleared. No mint mark does not automatically mean rare now. Let's talk about the coin itself. The 1996 Lincoln cent features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner. On the back, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparro. This design was used from 1959 to 2008, making it one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. The coin is made of copper-plated zinc, weighs about 2.5 grams, and has a diameter of 19 millimeters. It may look simple, but collectors know that even the most common coins can hide incredible value under the right conditions. Now here's where things get interesting. More than 6.6 billion of these 1996 no-mint mark pennies were produced in Philadelphia alone. That's billions, not millions. Because of this massive production, the vast majority of these coins are extremely common. If you find one in your pocket change today, it is most likely worth just 1 cent. Exactly its face value. So where did the idea of a $1,200 million penny come from? The truth is simple. It's a myth. There is no verified sale, no auction record, and no professional grading report showing a 1996 penny selling for anywhere near $1,200 million. Claims like this usually come from misinformation, viral social media posts, or misleading listings online, but that doesn't mean this coin is worthless. In fact, under certain conditions, this coin can be worth much more than 1 cent. The key factor is condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor condition all the way up to perfect mint state. Most circulated coins have scratches, wear, and discoloration, which keeps their value low. However, if a 1996 penny is in uncirculated condition, meaning it looks almost brand new, it can be worth anywhere from a few cents to a few dollars, but the real value begins at the highest levels of preservation. In extremely rare cases, a 1996 no-mint mark penny graded at MS68 or higher can sell for thousands of dollars. One example reached around $2,500 at auction due to its nearly perfect condition. That's a huge jump from 1 cent to thousands, but still nowhere near millions. So what makes these high-grade coins so valuable? It comes down to rarity and perfection. Even though billions were made, finding one that has absolutely no marks, no discoloration, and full original red color is incredibly difficult. Over time, the copper coating can fade or develop spots, reducing the coin's grade. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that have survived in flawless condition. Now, let's talk about errors and varieties. Some 1996 pennies have minting errors that can increase their value significantly. Today, we're going to uncover the truth behind this coin, separate facts from hype, and reveal what this penny is really worth in today's market. Let's begin. The 1997 Lincoln penny, also known as the Liberty 1 cent, is part of the Lincoln Memorial series that was produced in the United States from 1959 to 2008. This coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front, designed by Victor David Brenner, with the word Liberty clearly visible beside his profile. On the reverse side, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, representing American history and pride. Now here's where things get interesting. Many collectors and online sellers talk about a 1997 D penny with no mint mark, suggesting it is a rare mint error. But before you get too excited, let's clarify something very important. In 1997, U.S. pennies were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins made in Denver carry a D mint mark. Coins from San Francisco have an S mint mark and are usually proof coins. But coins from Philadelphia typically have no mint mark at all. So when you see a 1997 penny with no mint mark, it doesn't mean it's rare. It simply means it was made in Philadelphia. In fact, over 4.6 billion of these coins were produced, making them extremely common. Now here's the key point: a coin cannot be both a D mint and have no mint mark at the same time. That combination doesn't exist as a legitimate mint variety. So when you hear someone promoting a 1997 D no mint mark penny, it's usually a misunderstanding or, in some cases, misleading information. But does that mean your 1997 penny is worthless? Not exactly. While most 1997 pennies are only worth their face value of 1 cent, there are certain rare conditions where they can become valuable. The biggest factor is condition, also known as grading. Coins that are heavily circulated, scratched, worn, or dull are typically worth nothing more than 1 cent. But coins that are in mint state condition, meaning they are uncirculated and retain their original bright red color, can be worth significantly more. For example, a high-grade 1997 penny with a full red luster can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. In rare cases, top-quality coins graded at the highest levels have reached prices between $6,000 and over $18,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. A single penny can be worth thousands, but only under very specific conditions. There are also certain error coins that collectors look for. One of the most famous varieties for 1997 is known as the doubled ear error, where part of Lincoln's ear appears duplicated due to a die mistake. These coins can fetch anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s, depending on their condition. However, even these rare error coins do not reach anywhere near $1 million, so where did the idea of a $1.2 million value come from? The truth is, many online listings, especially on marketplaces, show extremely high asking prices. But asking price does not equal actual value. Anyone can list a coin for $1 million, but that doesn't mean it will sell for that amount. Real coin value is determined by verified sales, professional grading, rarity, and demand in the collector market. Today, we are diving into one of the most talked about modern coins on the internet, the Liberty 1 cent 1998D and the mysterious no mint mark version. At first glance, it looks like just another ordinary penny. Something you might ignore, drop in a jar, or spend without a second thought. But what if I told you that this small copper coin has sparked massive interest among collectors worldwide, with rumors of values reaching into thousands, and even claims of over $1 million? Let's uncover the truth. The 1998 Lincoln penny belongs to one of the most iconic coin series in American history. On the front, you see the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a design that has remained in use since 1909. On the back, you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, representing American history and pride. Now here's where things get interesting. There are two main types people talk about when discussing this coin. The 1998 D penny, which was minted in Denver and carries a small D mint mark under the date, and the 1998 penny with no mint mark, which was produced in Philadelphia. Many beginners believe that no mint mark automatically means rare. But that's not true. In fact, the Philadelphia Mint produced over 5 billion pennies in 1998, making it extremely common. So if you have a regular 1998 penny without a mint mark, it is usually only worth its face value of 1 cent. The same goes for the 1998 D penny. The Denver Mint also produced billions of coins that year, making standard versions very common in circulation. So why are people talking about huge values? The answer lies in something collectors call errors and varieties. These are mistakes made during the minting process. And sometimes, those mistakes can turn an ordinary coin into a valuable collectible point. One of the most famous varieties for the 1998 penny is known as the wide AM. If you look closely at the word America on the back of the coin, you will notice the letters A and M. In normal coins, these letters are very close together. But in the wide AM variety, there is a noticeable gap between them. This small detail can make a big difference. Some wide AM pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars, especially in high-grade condition. Another valuable feature to look for is doubling. This happens when the design is accidentally stamped twice, slightly misaligned. You might notice doubling in the letters, numbers, or even Lincoln's features. These doubled die coins can sell anywhere from $20 to several hundred, depending on how strong the doubling is. There are also off-center strikes, where the coin design is not properly aligned. These can be visually dramatic and highly collectible. And then there are wrong planchet errors. This is when a coin is struck on the wrong type of metal blank. These are extremely rare and can bring in serious money at auction. But let's address the big question. Can a 1998 D or no mint mark penny really be worth $1.2 million? The honest answer is no, at least based on verified auction records. The highest confirmed sales for 1998 pennies are in the thousands, not millions. For example, a nearly perfect 1998 penny graded at the highest levels has sold for several $1,000s. but nowhere near a million. So where do these million-dollar claims come from?